Okay. So let's start out with just some body movement warm-ups. And I'm going to show you how you can do this either in a chair or sitting down. Many of you know cat cow from yoga. And so if you're going to do it on the ground, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to get it on your hands and knees in tabletop, and you're going to arch your back, head down, and then you're going to allow your belly to go towards the ground. Belly towards the ceiling, belly towards the ground. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that in conjugation with the breath, in flow with your own breath. So it makes sense that when you're up in this position, your belly is all scrunched up, and so you can't get as much air in. So as we move from tabletop into this position, you're going to be breathing out. Okay, so let's do that. Breathe in tabletop, and breathe up or breathe out as you move the body up into cat. Breathe in as the belly dips down into cow, and breathe out as the belly moves up into cat. In, belly goes down. Out, belly goes up. Organs get compressed. So keep doing that if you're on the ground. If you're in an office setting and you can't be on the ground, I'm just going to show you how to do this in a chair. It's pretty obvious. Definitely not rocket science. So actually it works best if you sit on the edge of the chair. And so same thing, you're going to breathe out as this belly button goes towards the spine, and you're going to breathe in as you fill the belly with air and your chest moves forward. Out, body moves back. In, body moves forward. Breathe out, body moves back. Breathe in, belly expands, chest moves forward, giving more and more space to the chest and belly on the front body. So whichever way you're doing it, chair or ground, let's do a few rounds of that. And we're going to add on symmetrical breathing. So symmetrical breathing is something that is quite calming to the nervous system. And then eventually we're going to prolong the exhale. So for now, do your own counting. And then when we shift to prolonging the exhale, I'll let you know. But for now, what I would recommend is doing a count of 4 on the in breath. So, you could say 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. And you try to make the breath and the movement last as long as the count. And then you do the opposite, and you do 4 counts for the exhale. So let's do that together. And just counting in your head. So you're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, belly goes down, 2, 3, 4, out. Belly goes up towards the ceiling. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Now on your count. Out. In your head. 2, 3, 4. Continue on your own. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Now exhale. We're going to prolong to 6. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale if you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to neutral tabletop, back flat, and just notice your body. If you're in a chair, sit upright. And coming back to regular seated posture, or if you're on the ground, however you're comfortable. Close your eyes, feel your body, feel your breath. Full yogic breath. Attune to your body now, tune to your breath. Full yogic breath. Breath expands first in the belly. When we breathe in, the belly should go out. Then, just like water pouring into a vase, belly expands, rib cage expands, chest expands last. Let's do that one time together. Belly expanding, breathing in. You can see it's like a wave. My belly expands, my rib cage expands, and then my chest expands. I sucked in a little bit because I was talking, but let's do that again, and I'll just show you without talking. So belly, rib cage, chest with the inhale, expanding in all directions, back, sides, front. Now watch my body when I exhale. I'm not going to talk so you can see it clearly. You can see my chest and my shoulders drop and my chest softens. My rib cage moves in and then my belly retracts. So my spine, I think you can see it from this angle, but I'll show you from this angle too. So the inhale, belly expands. And you can see on the exhale, my chest deflates first, rib cage moves in, and then belly on the exhale moves back towards the spine. There can be like a gentle contraction of the belly if you want. But so this is one reason why wearing loose pants, loose clothing, stretchy clothing when you meditate is so important, because when we restrict the belly, and this is kind of a chronic problem in our society, from wearing too tight of clothing, too tight of pants, especially, it's going to compress the belly. And then guess what? We're stuck with breathing up. Like, let's say my pants are too tight. So then I'm exaggerating it, but you can see how breathing up here and not breathing here, that's when somebody looks anxious. And it is making you anxious. That kind of breathing is going to make you anxious. It's going to perpetuate the overproduction of cortisol. It's going to have your fight or flight system constantly active. So the breath is so crucial to start breathing correctly. And then when you catch yourself breathing shallowly during the day or just up here, and again, it's exaggerated, but as you practice breathing over time, you'll start to realize that when you get into an anxious or stressed state, the body flips into that kind of breathing automatically. And the way that the yogis figured out that we can have control over our nervous system is literally through the breath. The breath is everything. Okay. So let's pause for a moment. Let the words drop and feel your body, feel your breath. Do a few complete yogic breaths. And if you are not sure if your belly is expanding or not, you can put your hand on your belly. Feel the belly expand with the in-breath, then the rib cage, then the chest. Then on the exhale, chest softens, rib cage softens inward, belly moves towards the spine. In-breath, belly expands, chest expands all the way up. Exhaling, chest softens, rib cage moves in, belly deflates, belly button back towards the spine. Inhale, belly expands, rib cage expands, chest expands. Slight pause. Exhale, chest deflates, rib cage softens, belly deflates, belly button towards the spine. One more time together. Inhale, belly expands, rib cage expands, chest expands. Slight pause. Exhale, chest relaxes, softens, rib cage softens, belly deflates, navel towards spine. Now on your own, a few deep yogic breaths. Great. Great. So let's combine full yogic breath with some gentle warm up movements for the body. So, what we're doing is, the yogis understood that the body can't just easily, most of us can't just sit down and meditate. The body and the mind need to be prepared for meditation. And I think in our culture, that's a mistake that a lot of people make. They're going 100 miles an hour at their job and they're like, I've got to get my meditation in, or their mind is going 100 miles an hour and they wake up in the morning and they're like, okay, I'm just going to meditate immediately. I have really found, I've been meditating about 25 years now, and if I can save you some time, I did that for the first like 15 to 20 years. I didn't prepare my mind and my body for meditation. I just would sit down and expect my body and mind to be ready to meditate. And what I've found is like, you can do that, but you're probably going to spend the first, if it's a 45-minute meditation, you're going to spend the first 20 to 25 minutes banging your head against a wall because the mind can't go from 100 to, 0 to 10 miles per hour without help because the mind is made to think. Let's just start doing some gentle shoulder rolls, really exaggerating the movement. And, as always, if you have injuries to the body, always listen to your inner teacher. With me, with anybody else guiding any practices, yoga, breath work, meditation, teachers are useful, but ultimately, I would encourage you to listen to your intuition and your inner teacher above everyone else. All right, shoulder rolls going forward now. And really making it slow, seeing if you can feel all the little muscles involved in this movement, really slowing it down, breathing, not stopping the breath because we're moving. Breath keeps going. Ideally, deep breath into the belly. A little bit of a neck stretch. So you can put one of your hands out, neck to the side. Nice stretch for this lateral side of the neck. Then if you want, I have neck problems, so I don't do this one, but I'm not putting any pressure. But if you don't have neck issues, you can give your neck a little extra stretch. For those of you like me that have neck problems, I'm just gonna not do that. And then after you're in this position, it can feel good to just make little circles with your hand. And again, maybe you want to close your eyes and really feel these micro movements of the body, really slowing it down so that you can feel each little micro movement as your micro stretch in the neck. Maybe you feel called to move your head around a little bit. You can feel the stretch in all these little muscles. Maybe your head wants to go forward. Just kind of moving your neck and head as it feels good. And then that hand that's circling, reversing directions for just a few circles. Again, you can move your head if you wish. Noticing how when you bend your head forward, maybe there's more of a stretch behind the shoulder, behind the scapula, the shoulder blade. You can kind of feel it down that part of the neck. And then coming to rest, placing that hand down on the ground, and then using the hand that has not been active to push your head up. Nice to support the head. Pretty big thing, this head. And the neck is, it's strong, but it can use our help from time to time. Taking a deep breath, feeling your body, feeling your breath. tilting the head to the other side. Hand comes out, opposite direction of the head. And again, you may want to give the head an extra stretch if you don't have neck issues. And then the hand can start to circle if you want. But again, listen to the inner teacher, your inner teacher. Maybe this exercise doesn't feel good at all today and you just opt out and you just picture it in your mind. They've done some cool studies that even people imagining doing movements, the brain areas that do the movements light up. And functional MRI, it's pretty amazing. You actually can practice movement and the body can get some of the same benefits even without physically doing the movement, just imagining it. So if for whatever reason your body is unable to do any of these movements, just imagine them. Switching directions with your circles, you're doing that. Feeling the micro movements, slowing it down even slower. Moving the head to feel into even smaller movements, muscles that are activated or stretched when your neck is in a slightly different position. Really getting familiar with the neck and the shoulder. Writhing in your body today. Writhing in the shoulder. Writhing in the neck. Circling hand goes down. Other hand comes up to the head. Pushing the head up to center. Resting, breathing, and noticing. Now, just to have the neck in sort of a neutral position after the side bends, let the neck come forward as much as is comfortable, and then up. Very slow, very simple. Just chin down, chin tucked, and then up to whatever range of motion your neck. It may be a very small movement if your neck doesn't move much comfortably. And then a little bit of slow looking one way to the side, very slowly shifting to the other side. Combining with breath, breathing in, breathing out, head moves to the other side. Very slow. Breathing in, looking one way. Breathing out, looking the other way. Continuing. Feeling these micro movements, maybe even closing your eyes. Tuning into the head, the neck, and the breath. Making the movement in one direction. Seeing if you can make it last the entire exhale. And then the entire inhale, or vice versa, wherever you're at. And coming to center, resting, breathing, noticing. Full yogic breath, beginning with the belly, then fill the rib cage, then fill the lungs. As you breathe out, invite the face to soften. Invite the jaw to drop. Breathing in at the top of the inhale, hold your breath and scrunch up your face. Make it really tight, tight, clenched. Breathing out, release, maybe with an open mouth. Breathing in, bringing the shoulders up, scrunching up the shoulders, scrunching up the face as you breathe in. Holding, holding, and then releasing, softening the shoulders, face, whoosh out with the breath. Doing this one more time. Maybe you get the entire body involved. Breathing in, tighten the arms, the face, the shoulders, the belly, the pelvic area, the legs, tight, 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 and release. Entire body softens, whoosh with the exhale. Let's actually do that again with the entire body, so you can get an experience of what tight feels like and what released feels like. Breathing in, tighten up the body, feet, legs, pelvis, belly, chest, arms, shoulders, face, tight, 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 tight. Hold it. Buttocks is tight. And whoosh, body softens. Rest, breathe, feel. Good. Move into your meditation position, whether that's lying down, sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground, however your body needs to be supported today and most comfortable. Stay inwardly focused. Eyes closed or soft, downward gaze. Be with your body, be with your breath. When the mind comes in, no big deal. Mind comes in, wants to plan, wants to think. Just let it be there, see it, and then come back to the body, come back to the breath. Emotions come in, maybe. Feel the emotions in the body. Emotions always have a body counterpart. So rather than rejecting the emotion, see if you can access the feeling of the emotion in the body. See if you can access the feeling of the emotion in the body and drop the story. This is what our young ones, our inner children want. In my experience, the story takes us out of the body, out of the emotions, out of the energy of whatever the trigger is. And then we never access what is needing to be accessed. When we come to the body, we come to the emotions in the body, the energy, we can realize that emotions are just energy. They're energy moving through the body. That's all they are. But we're very scared of emotions, most of us. We've been trained to be scared of emotions, scared of anger, scared of sadness, scared of grief. And we can start to see the emotions as simply feelings in the body, comfort the body as it needs, If you're going through heartbreak or grief or sadness, it can feel good to put your hand or your fingers on your heart. If you're afraid, your throat might be clenched. You can put a hand on your throat. If you're angry or stressed or sad, maybe you put your hands on your face. You can feel how your jaw is probably tight. Your mouth is tight, maybe. The hands can encourage the jaw to soften. Maybe you have a headache. Place your hand on your forehead, maybe one on your heart. As you learn to listen to the body, it will show you how it wants to be touched. And in some schools of thought, we believe that these are, past experiences held in the fascia of the body. Young ones, maybe, inner children. However you see it, the body speaks. So listen to the body, support the body, and come back to the body and the breath. When the story comes in and tries to hijack you, just see it as this brain, this computer. It's trying to do what it knows how to do and solve problems. And that's useful sometimes, but it's not everything. So come back to the body, practice this. We're very good at being in the mind in the West. We're very good at intellectualizing and problem solving. And what we don't have as much practice in is dropping into the body to find out what wisdom is here in the body. So it's not that the mind is bad, we just are well practiced with it already. And most of us are disconnected from the body. So we're just balancing. So I'm going to stop talking now so you get to have an inner experience of this. We don't have a terribly long time to meditate yet, and that's okay. Sometimes the preparation is actually, we can only meditate for 8 to 10 minutes. If we've prepared the body and mind, it's super useful. So sitting together in this way, resting your attention on the inflow and the outflow. Maybe you want to continue the full yogic breath. Maybe you want to just rest in the natural breath and not think about it. Either way, tuning into the sensations of the breath. When the body speaks to you, sensation, pain, discomfort, tightness, whatever it is, bring your awareness to that part of the body. Breathe into that part of the body. Stay with it and see what it has to show you. See if it says, please touch me. And maybe put a hand on that part of your body. Can't reach it. Imagine that the breath can travel to that part of the body, bring it nurturing, bring it space. And then sensations shift and follow the next one. Maybe thoughts come in. Thank you, mind. See it, release it. Come back to the breath, come back to the body. So we'll sit this way together for the next 8 minutes or so. Enjoy your practice. Being inwardly focused as you allow the words of the poet Rumi to land in your consciousness. Only breath, not Christian or Jew or Muslim, not Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi, or Zen, not any religion or cultural system. I am not from the East or the West, not out of the ocean or up from the ground, not natural or ethereal, not composed of elements at all. I do not exist, am not an entity in this world or in the next, did not descend from Adam and Eve or any origin story. My place is placeless, a trace of the traceless, neither body or soul. I belong to the beloved, have seen the two worlds as one, and that one call, to and no, first, last, outer, inner, only that breath, breathing human being. Close our practice with 3 ohms. If you've never done this before, the point is not the sound that comes out. The point is for you to feel the vibration of your own sound moving the inside of your body. Your own frequency is medicine to your body. Your voice, your own voice, the vibration, the frequency of your own voice is a unique medicine for this body, for your body. So as you hear the mantra, Sanskrit is, it's so complicated, but it's a very evolved language. And the yogis understood that each sound vibrated a different part of the body. So the mantra Om, or in its longer form, which is Ah, Oo, Mm. You'll feel try it with me now. Do the Ah, breathing in. Ah. In a space where you can't make the sound, imagine it, and then try it later. One more time. See where you feel the Ah. Ah. Ah is in the heart space. Now, ooh, and it's deep. It's ooh. Breathing in. Ooh. So I feel that in my throat, but I also feel it in my core, but I also feel it in the belly. So one more time, see where you feel the ooh. There's no right or wrong. Ooh. Now try the mm. Okay, it's like humming. Mm. Breathing in. Mm. Vibrates the face and head, right? Maybe even the crown. So ah, ooh, We're going to do aum 3 times. In a moment, we'll breathe in. And then when we breathe out, you'll start your aum. But again, the sound of the sound is not important. It's actually the vibration in your body. So tuning into the vibration, the feeling in the body, releasing the concern about what the sound is like, because it matters a lot less than feeling the vibration. Okay, breathing in. Rest, breathe, feel. May the fruits of our practice today spread outwards in all directions and help to end the suffering of all beings everywhere, including our own. Bow to each one of you. Deep gratitude for this community. Deep gratitude for all the people who've walked before us. Deep gratitude for our families and friends, co-workers who support us. And deep gratitude for ourselves and our own will to keep coming back and going inward, coming to know what our own true essence is, coming to have a little more compassion each day for yourself, a little more gentleness, a little more love, healing the world by starting with ourselves.